Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by my channel, and I just wanted to welcome you back. My name is Robin, and on today, we will be designing or embroidering a zipper pouch. And this zipper pouch is a little different than what we've done in the previous weeks. I am still preparing for my upcoming craft show that is on November the 8th. And as we know, that is almost here. So on today, the difference in this pouch, it's a bit larger and it has like the geometrical shapes on the front and back. And let me start by thanking everyone for stopping by. And if you are here in my live, I welcome you. And even if you're watching the replay, welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I want to start off with saying hello to my guests that are here in the chat before I get started with showing you all the supplies that we will use for today's project. And I've done all this talking, but I did not do a mic check. So does everyone hear me okay? Oh, goodness. I'm like, ah! Yes. So let me move my iPad kind of like closer to my face. And I can, okay. Yes. So I'm going to, awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Hello, Creative Notions 226. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Alice B. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Jessie Gibson. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Jennifer Hancock. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Cheryl H. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. And let me go down a little bit. And hello, Up Designs. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate everyone being here this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not sure why it's showing the names differently. It's kind of like beyond my control. I believe that's YouTube that is making it show differently. I have no control on the visual aspects of anything. The only thing I have control over is the views that you see and what I am producing on this evening. So not sure of why the names are coming in differently. I tell you. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, Alice was okay. Yes, Jennifer. I'm not sure. So I just wanted to glance over the chat and hopefully I am not missing any other questions. So what I'm going to do at this time is kind of like switch up the view a little bit. And I want to hurry and get the purse or the pouch hooped because I didn't really take the time to document the time that it takes to create this. So I better hurry. So yes. Hello, Craft Obsessed. Welcome in. So let me change the view and I'm going to show you my desk and all the supplies. Because everyone on today, you haven't had a chance to see the project. So I'm like, by it being November the 8th, you know, approaching rather quickly, I need to kind of like finalize what I'm going to be stitching prior to the craft show. So let me go ahead and change the view. So I'm going to minimize, and then I'm going to go ahead and maximize my desk. So let me see here. Yay! Okay, so we do here we do have red, black, and white pattern for this evening, and I decided to do a little polka dots. So starting with the supplies, I do have my spatula, I have a dowel, of course, a roll of tape when I need to take things down. Then, oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you. Not get advertisement, so only about 10 people. Oh, sorry about that. I wonder, was it the weather? And then sometimes, Jennifer, it's the promoting it. And yes, so I have the tape. I also have my rotary cutter as well as my double bend. Ooh, have I been out of frame? Come on, Robin. Really? Mm-mm-mm. So let me go backwards. I have my double bend scissors. Then I have the tape. I also have my spatula, my dowel, and my rotary cutter. And on last evening, I did spray the batting with the 505 temporary adhesive. So that was done last night. So it's tacky. It's not real sticky. It's just tacky. So just to keep it from moving. And I will be using the red faux leather on this evening. And I'm just showing you this long roll. I purchased it from Hobby Lobby. And when you take and purchase your vinyl or your faux leather, when you store it, roll it. Please don't fold it, roll it. Yes. Hello, Lady G. Welcome in. Hello, Spilling at Diversity. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, thank you. So I just wanted to again show you that you should roll to store your faux leather, not fold it. So I'm going to move this way out of the way. And let's bring in today's project. So what I'm going to do is show you the geometrical shapes. And this is the back portion. This was completed last evening. And the geometrical shape, which is the circle. And can you see how beautiful that is? And it looks like it's embossed. So, yes, thank you. And the lining that we will be using will be the polka dots on tonight. And then I also have a little strap here as well as my garment tag. So, you know, Robin, before I get started on my project, I always like to, you know, kind of do a practice stitch. It was I did put the Etsy shop that I purchased this design from in the description box, but it was a little it was okay. It was okay. It had me a little stumped, but you know, let's see how today goes. And I did put the little hook on the side. Then when you open it, thank you so much, Spilling the Diversity. And then I put in here like the ladybug polka dots. It's not ladybug, but they're polka dots. Or you can say, you know, they're red, black polka dots with the red background. So, and this is the embossed effect. And it's on the front, and then here is the back. Look at that. Mm, 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 mm. Yes. So it's stitched out really, really nice. So thank you. Thank you so much. So what we're going to do here is go and change the view over to the embroidery machine. And let me also let you know about the mishap that I had. So my mishap was when I originally did my first test, what I did was I, of course, hooked it with my cutaway stabilizer. And we are using cutaway again this evening, as well as the 7.9 by 14 by 14-inch hoop. And this cutaway stabilizer I put on there, and I forgot to put the batting in between. So it should have been cutaway stabilizer, batting, and then the faux leather. And I got out of sequence, or just I did not put the batting. And the batting is what gives it that embossed look. And here's where I noticed it, and I just quickly took it out the machine. And I just will be able to test on this. So I'll just, kind of keep it for a while just to do some test stitches on. But yeah. So that was, operator error. So I just wanted to let you know that I did, make an error on yesterday. My week was pretty busy, and I was like, oh my goodness, I had to do it last evening. So yes, okay, yes, I can. Thank you so much, Spilling the Diversity. Spilling the Diversity said, Robin, you can save it, turn it into strap, but yes, and cut it out and fold it. Yes, thank you. So what we're going to do is go ahead, and we are going to remove me, and I'm going to just remove myself from the yes. Okay. So I just remove myself, and then I just have my desk. So that looks fine for right now. So let's go and get to hooping. Yes. Oh my. Yes. How is everyone doing this evening? I didn't get a chance to ask yet. So right now you can see that I have my the 7.9 by 14 by 2 hoop already hooped. And we're going to go with, and I'm using black thread again. And we're going to do the lining is black and white polka dots. So let's get started. And right now I'm going to go ahead and put the press foot down, and it will allow me to, it's going to stitch it out and let me know where to place the zipper. The zipper should be the first piece. So it's stitching out. Thread break already. Okay. Okay, honey. So what I did was right before, let me see here, I was stitching rather nicely. However, this is how much thread I had left on my previous spool. So I did change the spool right before the live. So I just thought that this wouldn't be enough. So I changed it. So now I have a new spool of thread, and all threads I would looking at my crafty friends, all threads are not created equally. So I am going to go ahead and try to rehoop, pull it through, and cut it on the back. Drop the presser foot, and she's hooped, and I'm going to start it again and see if I can get her rolling. So this is the outline for hello, Karen Knighton. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and this is the placement for the zipper and the other pouch pieces. So we're going to watch that, and it's almost complete. It has to go down a little more and around. Okay, looking pretty good. So this is called the placement stitch. The placement stitch is for the zipper. So let me make sure you can still see. Okay. Yes. So you can still see. And I need to bring her out a little and make sure none of the metal portions are in or, in line with the needle. So I'm going to move my tools back over to my craft bar, and I'm going to align this tape. So let's see here. And when you align it, you're going to align it with the middle line. And I'll just go and peek under. Awesome. And peek again. And I have one piece tape. Awesome. And then I'll go on the opposite side and make sure that that side is, on the line as well. So let me just turn it just for, okay, that looks good to me. So I have to put that down, put her back in the hoop. And I am using a 18-inch a 18-inch zipper today because this design that I chose, let me get the exact size. Let me start the machine and not stop. So I have the zipper facing outward. So that's correct. Okay. So now I'll look, zipper, press the foot back down. And now we're going to go ahead and it goes over the zipper. Yeah, it went over the zipper. Okay, and it's going to do it a second time. It's going in reverse. And back over the zipper. Okay. Yes, and we did make sure that the metal pieces, were out of the way. So, yes. Okay, so now that we have this zipper and it's all done, and we returned it to the machine, and then now we're going to go ahead and we're going to place the batting onto the purse or on the stitches. So I can lift up my presser foot, kind of move my thread back. And I want to make sure that my batting is over top of the stitches as well as the zipper. And all the portions, let me see here. And I'll press it down on this portion. And I kind of peek under just to make sure I'm over the size and not, right up on it. Have like ample amount of space so that it can stitch properly. And then I'll go ahead and it's going to okay. So what it's doing now is tacking down the batting. This is tacking down the batting. Yeah, so that looks really good. So it's tacking down the batting. Looking good. So now I'll pick up my double bend scissors here. And I'm going to back up just a little bit. Oops, I wanted to go smoother than that. Okay, I apologize for the rocky road. So now we can cut the excess batting off. And, cut as close as you can. But try not to cut the stitches. Then I'll go around and when, you can unhoop it. I just haven't done so yet. I will in just a moment. But I want to go close to the stitches, but not cut the stitches. So we're almost to a point to where it's going to start doing this design on the front piece. So let me lift my presser foot up, pull it out a little bit, and I can get the rest of the batting removed from this pouch. So it's coming along pretty nice. Everything is tacked down rather nicely. And I can go ahead and I can't see the chat at this very moment. I am, all eyes are on this zipper pouch right now. So I will get back to the chat in just a minute. So what I did was the tack down. Awesome. Okay. So I did, let me see, do the front end of it. Okay. So this part was a little different from what I've done with the previous, and this is, everyone does things differently. It doesn't mean that is right or wrong. It's just different. So, beautiful design. So, I'm going to try to keep it here if I can. But if not, I need to move it. So, I'm going to go ahead. Let me see. Can you see me? So, yikes. Okay, so what the first portion of what I have to do is make sure that the fabric is over top of the zipper stitches. So I'll go ahead and make sure that I have it on top or over it so that it can stitch it down. Then I'll go ahead and it says tape it down securely. And I'm going to do just that. I'm going to, yikes, you don't want to unhoop it. So I have it here. And then I also want to roll it up so that it's not messing with the me clamping the hoop onto the embroidery machine. So you do have to be really careful that you're not over, allowing the fabric to get where the hoop needs to connect to the embroidery machine. So I'm going to go ahead and take this down securely. So I have that taken out of the way, and it's not, and when I say I don't want it to be here where I have to hoop. So you have to make sure your fabric is not in the way of that. So let me go ahead, and I did the back. So now it calls for me to do the front as well. So that was a little different. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the front piece. And I'll make sure that we have equal amounts here. And when I say equal amounts, I'm talking left and right. Make sure that it's even. That's what I'm talking about. Hi, Faker McFag. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Karen Knighton. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. And let me make sure I'm not. Oh, thank you. And make. Okay. So, and I'm going to go ahead and mummy this right on up. Okay. So now I'm going to rehoop her. And just attach her back to the hoop. And let me see here. And in the hoop, fabric tacked down. So this is the tack down for the fabric. So I'm going to carefully allow the faux leather to kind of go under the presser foot and kind of fall over a little. So the zipper is still on the outside at this point. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make that stitch. So we'll go ahead. And it's doing the front and the back at the same time. Okay. So it did the front and the back at the same time. That's awesome. So now I'll lift the presser foot up. So that was the tack down. So now I'll go ahead and flip just the front faux leather down. I'm going to flip. Let me, I can go ahead and remove this tape. And as I'm removing the tape, I'm checking the back just to make sure it's still okay. And the faux leather, I'll go ahead and use that same tape and tack down the front. So I want to move my thread out of the way so that it won't pull. And let me see here. And then I'll finger press it, my material. Then we can go ahead, put the presser foot down and start the design. Awesome. So it looks like this portion is going to take at least like 23 minutes. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer. And you can see it stitching out the geometrical shapes, which is the circle. Awesome. And I'm going to take you over to my desk. And I'm going to kind of switch gears a little bit. Let me put everything in its proper place. Awesome and looking good. Hello, Nicole Jones. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Miss Phenomenal Creations. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me see. Oh, okay. I am glad I put you. Oh, thank you, Faker Mixtape. Welcome, welcome. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. So I'm going to put everything back on my craft bar and make sure. And it looks like everything is stitching out okay. That's pretty, they got loud for some apparent reason. Not sure why, because there's nothing underneath. Okay, so I'm gonna let me take and stop the let me stop the embroidery machine for a sec. I just want to okay. I just wanted to make sure that the material wasn't in there. It should not be, however. I just wanted to check. So I'm now over at back at my desk, and I am going to try and show you how. Oh, hello, the Savvy Crafter, Malik. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate everyone being here. Aw, this is awesome. So let me see here. And I wanted to ask everyone, if you haven't had a chance, if you could hit the thumbs up button. If you could please hit the thumbs up. So I'm going to switch my project just a little bit. Just while that is going, I'm going to try to, because I'm getting ready for the craft show, I want to try and multitask. Hello? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead. When I hear my machine kind of on that struggle bus, I get like a little concerned. I keep turning around. I can see it, but you get a chance to learn your machine. So I am going to take the pouch off. And what I'm going to do here is brush in a beautiful, let me see here. I'm going to see how it looks, but I'm going to go ahead and brush in a beautiful design this evening. I thought about the colors, and this design is, I purchased this from Etsy as well, from making um, Crafting with Delonda, and this is her design. And I want to take this to the craft show with me as well on a hoodie. So I'm going to go ahead and brush in the stones. This is the very, I would say, first time I'm doing it um, on this zipper hoodie, but I'm going to try it. So let me stop talking about it. Let me just go ahead and brush in the stones. So I'm hoping that it turns out okay. So I think I'm going to go and use the gold orange since it's fall, and the stones are from the baby's booty, and I'm going to go ahead and brush in the stones. And I always kind of put like a mound of stones. Let me see here. I put a mound of stones on top of the template. And then I love to go into a circular motion and maybe possibly, let me see here. Hello, Jennifer Reese. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, Papyrus Petal Designs. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate everyone being here. Oh, thank you so much, Bedazzling Designs. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate everyone being here. Aw, yes. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to take this off because I don't want to do much cleanup. I think I'm going to do different colors. So, and I'm trying to keep my eye on the machine at the same time, and my back is toward the machine. So, I'm going to try. And you got to listen out for the machine as well. So I'm doing something different. Awesome! Oh wow, Jennifer Reese, you tried the zipper. Oh wow, the scissor pouch. Isn't it nice? Oh my goodness, I love that scissor pouch. Oh wow, that's awesome. Awesome. That is. What color did you do, Jennifer? What color combination did you make your zipper pouch? It's just, we have all this thread, and, we can, everybody, has an eye for different things as far as the color combination. And I'm trying something new with these colors tonight. When I begin to look at my rhinestones, I'll be like, oh my goodness, honey. I get, you know, indecisive a little bit because I have so many stones. So I try to stay on point. I'm like, okay, you had an idea. What happened? So, yes. Ooh, you did white vinyl. Ooh, and a golden yellow zipper and thread. Oh, I know that is gorgeous. I'm going to have to open up my Jennifer. I'm going to try tonight. If not, it'll be by my favorite time, 5 a.m. in the morning. I am going to try to open up my community page, and I'm going to ask if anyone has done any of the pouches. And if so, if you can post it on the community page. It's going to be in the community tab. Not Facebook. It's going to be YouTube. And you'll see when it's open because it'll allow you to post your, if you don't mind posting a picture of your beautiful scissor pouch. Woo, woo. That's a beautiful color. I love it. So I'm going to, let me see here. So what I'm doing is kind of, oh, thank you. Wow, you wanted to try the variegated thread. You know what? That variegated thread, I absolutely love it. It's like it just gives you such a great look. It's like you weren't even, expecting. So this transfer tape is not new. Ooh, did you see what I did? I did that totally. I did that. I waited too long. I hovered too long. And the stones jumped. That was totally my fault. You study long, you study wrong. So let me just pull these off. And I'm going to put them to the side and rebrush them in. Wow, I saw myself just do that totally wrong. Wow. So I'm just going to, my pouch will be done by the time I keep on, messing up. So right now we're going to go ahead. I was just looking at the embroidery machine. It's looking good. Looking good. Wow. Yes, I love that variegated thread. I tell you. Has anyone else here tried the making any of the pouches so far? They're really nice. They're really, really nice, I think. I plan to have them on my craft table at the craft show. And hopefully they won't sit too long. Someone comes by and wants them all. So let me see here. So now I've done it again. So let's go ahead and where some of the stones didn't go in, I'm going to go ahead. Miss Phenomenal Creations, where are the pouches from? Everything is I tried to link everything prior to the live. So if you look in the description box right below this live, you'll see the um the pouch for this evening. And we were talking specifically about the scissor pouch. And Jennifer Reese stitched it out using some beautiful, beautiful colors. She used the white vinyl and the golden yellow zipper thread. Oh, awesome! She's like, found it. Yes. Okay. Awesome. I love it. I love it. So, what we want to do, I'm going to go the correct way. And I'll go ahead and pick this up. And it peels up and it brushes in really nice. I had this on a garment last time I went or I was a vendor at a craft show. Hello, Designs by Novart. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm in here trying to trying to multitask while we're making a geometrical shaped. We're making like a geometrical shaped zipper pouch, and the geometrics are the circles. So I'm going to try and stop second guessing my colors here. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and brush these in. And this is topaz. This topaz is going to be on this side. And let me see here. Yes. So I'm going kind of in a circular motion, and I can hear and see that the pouch is almost done. It will be ready for the next step. So this is looking really nice. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate everyone being here this evening. Wow. So let me go ahead and this is the first time I'm going with this color combination. And, I thought of many colors, but I just need to just put it down and do it. So this is topaz, and the other one was the gold orange AD. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up as well after I get the extra. Okay, so maybe I'll use just two colors, I think, for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick these stones right on up. Awesome. Yes. And then I put them back into the container because I'm finished using them. And I'm going to go with the AB back at the bottom. And it looks like it's done. Okay. The machine is ready for the next step. Okay. I'll be right there. It's looking really nice. So let me just brush this in and lift this design up. And I have it, and I should have possibly used more of a popping color. But that's okay. I'm not going to switch my thoughts up. I'm going to go ahead with it. I don't find that I have a contrasting color here. They all kind of look the same. Let me look in here. Uh, maybe I should have used red. Maybe I should have used the candy apple down here, possibly for the She Is Me. Okay, so let me, first things first. And let's go back over to the embroidery machine. I'm just trying to multitask because I want to be able to get ready for the craft show. But the project for this evening is the embroidery pouch. And if I'm not able to finish, both, I will post the hoodie. So let me go ahead and I am going to maximize the embroidery machine. Awesome. So that looks really good. Okay. So next step. So I backed it up just a little bit so that I can get to the next step. Awesome. So now what it does is this beautiful stitching. So this beautiful stitching that's right here beneath the zipper, and this is the next set of stitches that it's going to do. And I wasn't ready for that. I said, ooh, woo, that was nice. So let me just take a peek underneath to make sure that everything is looking really nice. I just want to, oh wow, looking beautiful. Okay, I just wanted to peek underneath because, okay. So what we're going to do is, let me see, it's like the quilting stitch. Okay, so we've already did the design, and I can remove the tape from the front because it's already stitched out. So when it's stitched out like that, it doesn't need that extra security with this tape. So I'm removing the extra tape, and I am over here looking at my instructions. That's what I'm doing. So that now I can turn the hoop over and turn the lining fabric over and secure it with tape. So now is when I'll take in, let me see here. So what it's going to do, so I take the tape off the lining fabric, and then I'm going to okay, I'm moving it down. I had to take it out of frame because I don't want to, and I apologize, I don't want to have the stabilizer come out because I'm manipulating the lining. I don't want to push through because the stabilizer that I have on here is like 10 by 10 inches. It's not the whole 14 that it, or what it needs to be. It's a bit smaller, and if I push too hard I would poke it out. So now I'm going to go ahead and return it to the hoop. So it came undone. So I had to pull it back off, and I'm out of frame. So I'm just trying to tack down the lining and secure it. And when I say secure it, I'm using tape. And this is painter's tape. It's just in the color of pink. So I secured that. Then I'll go ahead. Okay. And then add it back in the hoop and hit start. So it's going to go around. Awesome. So it's going around. And then it's going to do like a fancy stitching across this portion, right beneath the zipper. And it seems like it's up a little higher this time. I don't know why, but it is. Okay, so it's doing the fancy stitching, and that stitch is, let me see if it's called the front liner tack down. It doesn't say what the name of the stitch is, but it's beautiful. I love it. Okay. So after it's getting towards the end, almost there, and then we can begin to add open the zipper and add the little loop. Yeah, so we'll add the loop, add the awesome. I love it. So okay, so I'm just making sure that I am on. Okay, so I have just 2 more hoopings. Okay, so I'm going to unhoop her again. And this time I have to open the zipper. And make sure that's in the middle. And I'll reuse the tape to tape everything down. And I'll also add my, let me see here, I'll add my loop, which will also be over here. And I don't even have the so I added on the zipper side so that the weight and everything will keep it shut. So I'm going to go ahead and tape this down as well. And let me, at this time, add my little hook here, the lobster clasp. So I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. And I will place it right here on the side. and tape it down so that the lobster claw doesn't move. I'm going to tape that down as well. And let me thank you. I can see the hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Aw. Thank you, Jessie. Aw. Thank you. Oh. So let me go ahead and I'm going to tape down, because you want to make sure that no metal is in line with your needle. That would be a catastrophe. Okay, so I have the little tab and the hook on the outside of the pouch. Then I'm going to go ahead and I open the zipper, and on the flip side, I'm going to make sure that I add my name tag as well. So if I put it on the zipper side, that is this side, and I want to be able to put my name, Robin's Creations, on the inside as well. And then I'll go ahead and tape that down. I know that it is thank you. Hi, Donzel. So let me see here. Awesome. So we do have, let me turn it around so that I can push the tape down. Awesome. So it's on a firm on this table and this embroidery table. So I have this, and okay, so I have my name tag, I have my pull, and now I will be adding the backer piece that I had stitched out prior to coming on live, and I will lay this and kind of, let me see if you can see what I'm doing here. Since I have this design here and I did this one last night, I have to, this is the back. So you want to, or this is what I've done. I've lined up the bottom stitches. I lined them up. And then I kind of go over the stitches, kind of making sure that they match up some kind of way. And I'll do the same thing for the opposite side. Okay, so the zipper is on the inside. And we're almost done. We're coming to the home stretch. And I don't want, let me see here. And here on this side, I'm making sure that everything is in line as well. Then I just tape it down. Okay, so I'll remove some of this tape. Awesome. Because I can't spray anything. And let me go ahead and rehoop her. Awesome. She's completely hooped. I'll put the presser foot back down. Zippers and tags and everything are out of the way. And we will get started. Press the foot down. I think I hit it twice. It's going to go over the zipper. Over the zipper. Woo. Okay, so now that is all done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is remove it from the hoop, but don't unhoop it, and then turn it over and then cut out the zipper. And this is because I'm using the cutaway stabilizer. So let's go ahead, turn her over. And if you can see, here is where the zipper was or is. And I need to cut that open before I go further. So let me go in here and do a little surgery. So I'll go ahead. And I'm in there. And I'm going to go in. And I'm using my seam ripper. And because I know when I use the seam ripper and once I go forward, it's a go for me. I'm, I love the seam ripper. So next I'll go close to these stitches here. And then once I get in there, I can just push it. You just don't want to cut your stitches. And I'll carefully okay, I'm carefully going across. When I get quiet, I'm just listening. I'm feeling, I'm like, I'm pushing, but it's not going all the way across. And I just don't want to cut my stitches and ruin this beautiful pouch. So right here, when I got close to the zipper, I need to remove some more stabilizer. Okay, and I can definitely, okay. So that's all stitched up. Now we can go ahead and hoop the back portion. And when we, I can take some of this tape off as well because everything is tacked down. And this is the inside. And once you put the tape on here, it's easy to come off. I know I use an excess of it, but it's easy. It comes off really easy because the stitches kind of perforate, if you will. It kind of perforates the design. So what I'm going to do is make sure that now the material of the last part of the lining, it is over top of the zipper. Okay, so make sure that it's over top and still lined up. And then we have to take this down as well. And awesome. So we have that takedown. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate everyone being here and sticking it out with me. I appreciate it. So the next thing I'm going to do is secure these sides. And it does state with the design to secure it as best possible. And that is exactly what I'm going to do, because once you flip over this in the hoop project, you can't see what's going on. It's not like you when you're on the sewing machine. So now that I have everything in there, I can't do any unhooping. So I have the back piece on. And now this is number 8. We are at the end. Awesome. So this is the last and final era. So this will be the lining back piece and return it to the hoop. Lower my presser foot. And we are good to go. That kind of struggled a little bit, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, that makes me nervous. It must have been like too bulky right here. So this is the last stitch around, and then we'll go over to my desk. And it does like a little back stitching. It kind of tees off the hole. And I love that. That designer did a great job. Okay, so now we are done with the embroidery project for this evening. I'm excited. It turned out really nice. So I will go and change the view again. And we are going to now, I just want to move these stones out of the way because I did okay. I'm removing the stones just so I won't knock those over. Okay, and then I'm putting it back on the carrier sheet. And let me change the view. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and now I can remove and I can make the desk larger. Awesome. Yes, thanks everyone. I appreciate you being here. Yay! Hello at Fast Loan. Welcome in. So I had I'm gonna put my my Bling design over here. Get my bling out of the way. Since I'm using all the same area, I want to just move that out of the way. Then I'll come over here and unhook her and see what we have. So I'm going to move this off to the side. And this one was pretty intense, I think, because I'm adding, I was able to add like the garment tag, the little tassel on the side with the hook, watching out for all these metal pieces. Just keep your eye on your project, just so that everything that you have stitched out won't go in vain. So just keep a close eye, and I appreciate everyone helping me out and keeping a eye on the project. So I'm going to go ahead and release these levers here on the left and the right. As you can see, this is how the Janome hoop looks. And then I remove I'll remove portion of the hoop. And yes. And I always secure my hoop before moving to the next position. I don't try to sit it on the floor and prop it up. I have to take it to its proper home, because if you step on it or it falls down, they're not, inexpensive. And you don't want to be replacing the hoops. So, if you don't have to. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut away all the extra stabilizer and all that good stuff. So I'll just go ahead and cut on around, and I'm cutting the zipper. I'm going around. And I will, let me see here, go on around and cut the other portion of the zipper as well. Move all this trash out of the way. And I, for some reason, didn't have all the polka dot. So I just cut that. And I'll go around and cut the last portion above the zipper. Then we'll remove all the extra Hello, Robbins Williams. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, thank you. So then you just find the hole that was left to flip the project inside out. So I'll go ahead and flip it inside out. Yes, okay. And it's a rather large purse. I didn't get the dimensions. I think it's an 8 by 12. So let me I'm getting the dimensions for this. It's a 7 by 12. So that's a pretty nice size. So this, I wish I could have made it even larger, but this is perfect. This is perfect. I love it. So it just went past the zipper. And I love the black and white with the red. I think that was a pretty nice color combination as well. So now we'll go ahead and push, push, push. Awesome. So it's coming through, coming through. Yay! And I can hand push what I can. And then for the other parts that I'm not able to get, what I'll do is kind of push it. Let me see here. I'll push it with the dowel to help me out a little bit. If you can see that, I'm pushing it with the dowel. Okay, and then I'll push the other corners out on the opposite side and go back towards the top. Okay, that straightened it out a whole bit, a whole lot more. Awesome. Okay. And then here's the zipper. Then I'll just go in and it's inside out and flip it. Now that I have the zipper all the way open and it just pushes out. And it's turning really nice. So without hesitation, it flipped really nice for this faux leather. I'm excited. So, and the pouch turned out really nice. And awesome. Yay. Okay. And I can remove the tape. And like I said, once the stitches go over, once the embroidery machine stitches on top of the tape, it's easy enough for the tape to come off because it's kind of perforating it. So I'm using my dowel still to kind of push out the corners. And it's coming out, and I was just trying to get it a little more. And look at this beauty. Oh, wow. Look at that. I love it. And it also has the name tag and the garment tag in the inside. And polka dot lining and the geometrical circles on the outside. And it looks embossed. And the zipper closes really nice. And I can just, see, and it feels, it feels really nice. I can't wait to take a picture of both of these pouches. I love it. It turned out really, really nice. This is wonderful. Yes. Oh, wow. Oh, this turned out really nice. Thank you. Aw. Look at that. And it's like, let me bring it up even closer. Look at that. Oh, wow. This is really nice. So I really try to, pick and choose the linings, and I was able to. Will I have more as far as the pouches? Tianda is let me see here. Jennifer Hancock says, what are you going to sell that for at the craft fair? You know what? I have no idea. I have to do some homework as far as pricing, because I have to label everything, clearly label it before it sits on my table. And I have these little hooks, and that will probably be for next week. And I can show the various tags that I put on the items that I'll sell. I have no idea. And this one here, this is a really nice size. This is really a really nice size. You can put your phone in here and a whole lot of other stuff. This is a really nice size. I have no idea how much this was out for, or what I should price this for, is what I meant to say. But I am overjoyed about it. I'm like, wow. I really outdid myself with these pouches. I had no idea I was going this way. And look at the little latch on the side to add your keys. Or I could possibly make a strap to go around, a wristlet to put on your wrist and add it and attach it here. A black wristlet. This is really nice. Yes, I have no idea. And will you have more? Yes, I want to at least stitch out two more, like kind of like take like all the ones that I have done over the weeks, at least have 4 of each. And special orders I'll take after they're gone. I have pictures of everything, so that will definitely be my backup, is to have my pictures. So Tianda said, yes, I know you're making those for your craft fair. Can you make me a set after your events? I'll email you. Of course. Yes, 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 I can. Yes, Tianda. Yes, I can. I can. And yes. So this, I really am outdone. I am outdone with these pouches. And I love them. They turned out so nice. I'm like, wow, wow, wow. Quality, quality, quality. I'm like, wow. So I'm going to go ahead And let me add me back to the stage. I'm going to remove the embroidery machine, and then I'll add myself back. Wow. Robin. Look at that. Mm, 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 mm. Yes. So what I am going to do is, let me see. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Miss Geneva Coleman. Thank you. Okay, I appreciate you watching the replay. Yes. Oh, thank you. And I know, quite a few of my crafty friends will be on this evening, and I appreciate you catching the replay, because I was, just about to end this live. But before I end this live, I want to again thank everyone for stopping by this evening. I had everything listed in the description box as it relates to what I pulled out or stitched out. I started to do the zipper hoodie, but once I get off and watch quite a few of my other crafty community on live, what I'm going to do is be brushing in my stones for my various hoodies that I will be taking to the craft show as well. Let me show you if I can if I can take a couple more. Hold on 1 second. This right here is funny. This is funny. Hold please. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Is everyone with me? Awesome. Thank you, Donzel. But I wanted to pick out a few designs, and I'm talking about the bling designs, and I wanted to start off with picking them out and seeing exactly who will go to the craft show with me. And I'm going to be doing possibly more hoodies than anything, but I will always take t-shirts with me. But I said, hey, I have quite a few hoodies. I have well over 24 hoodies. So I'm going to at least take 10 to 12 hoodies, almost a half dozen. So in trying to decide which designs that I'm going to take with me, I pulled out my templates, and I want to share with you. Look at this. Is everyone, look at this. Look at this. Can you see that pile? Can everyone see the pile? And I'm up here trying to figure out, okay, which ones are you taking? I'm like, wow, wow, wow. So I have this pile here. So I'll definitely start with this pile. This here, I already went through all of them. So I am going to definitely stick with this pile. and then choose like 4 to 5 designs. So with less than a dozen hoodies. So so yes, I'm like, okay, girl, look it up. Look at this. Look at this. So yes, those are all my templates. So I'm excited about it. Is everything as far as the preparation for the craft show. I am kind of narrowing things down this week. This is it because I have the Bling Fest on the 25th of October. Then when I return the weekend after, it's November 8th is the craft show. So the week before this week, I am finalizing everything what I have to take to the craft show. I will be taking it. No more anything as far as stitching them out or adding something new. This is it. I have to narrow it down because I have to be ready for the craft show before I go to the Bling Fest. So again, I want, if you have any, thank you, Denzel. If you have any questions, let me know. If I don't, if I don't have Papyrus Petal Designs, I see your eyes bugging out like, oh Lord. So if I don't have any more questions, I would like to thank everyone for joining me this evening. And until next time, I want to ask everyone to bloom where you are planted. Bye. Thank you.